Let me ask you something. How many videos has your team created this year? Campaigns? Product demos, training content, webinars? If you're like most teams today, chances are the majority of your communication now happens on video. And almost every single one of those, it had captions, because of course it did. That's just what we do now, right? We caption, we tick the accessibility box, we hit publish. Captions, done. Compliance, handled. Accessibility, sorted. Or at least that's what most teams think. But what if I told you there is one crucial piece nearly every company is missing? Something most teams don't even realize is now required by law. Something that could quietly put your content or your company at risk. And even if you're not at risk, it's something that could actually improve your bottom line and make your team better, smarter, faster. You're not doing anything wrong, but you're probably not doing everything right either. In 2026, that distinction really matters. So let's break it down, because this isn't just about accessibility. This is about protecting your brand, reaching more people, and building content that works for everyone. See, captions are part of accessibility, but they're not the whole thing. And this is where even experienced creative teams get caught out, not because they're lazy or careless, but because accessibility standards have changed. And nobody really told you what that actually means for your content. Most teams are still operating with the same mindset from 2021. If a video has subtitles, it's accessible. If we upload an SRT file, we've done our part. But in 2026, that's just not true anymore. Because accessibility today means something else entirely. It's no longer just a best practice, it's law. And not in a vague, you should probably do this kind of way. I'm talking about real legislation, like the European Accessibility Act, the Americans with Disabilities Act, EN 301549, and other equality and disabilities acts across the globe. And the global framework behind them all, WCAG, or the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, which, if you create content, your organization is now expected to meet. And the truth is, if your content doesn't meet these standards, there are very real risks. Legal, financial, reputational. It could be a lawsuit, product takedown, or losing access to entire audiences. Not just people with disabilities, but anyone who consumes content differently. Whether they're neurodivergent, hard of hearing, visually impaired, or simply watching in a context where accessibility makes the experience better for everyone. And this isn't just cheap talk, this is already happening. And what's really scary is that most teams don't know they're at risk because their workflows haven't changed since captions became mainstream. And I get it, this stuff is confusing. The standards are detailed, the terminology is dense, the tools are fragmented. Nobody wants to stop a launch to figure out color contrast ratios or read through accessibility audits that take hours to understand, let alone fix. So what happens? People default to captions and move on. But captions alone won't protect you anymore. They won't make your media compliant, and they won't guarantee that your content is truly inclusive. That's where Subbly comes in. Subbly is the first platform that makes true accessibility achievable, not just technically, but practically, for creative, marketing, and content teams who don't have time to become accessibility and WCAG experts. It's not just a captioning tool anymore, it's an AI-powered accessibility system built from the ground up to help you meet global standards without rewriting your entire process. So let me show you what that actually looks like. Here's a before scenario, something we've all seen. A well-made, beautifully produced video. It's got subtitles, looks professional, seems like it ticks the box. But when we run it through the Subbly accessibility checker, we find the following. The subtitles are too small, the contrast isn't high enough, there's flashing without warning, there are missing audio descriptions. There's no descriptive transcript for screen readers to interpret, no alternate language tags to help multilingual audiences. The captions might look nice, but they're not verified for accuracy or for timing. And those key visual moments, they're never described, which means anyone who can't see the screen misses the story entirely. These are real WCAG failures, and they're happening in thousands of videos right now. Here's the after version. Built inside Subly's accessibility editor, captions are large enough, high contrast, accurate. Audio descriptions are added for all key visuals.
A woman in a motorized wheelchair looks into an oval mirror.
People think that having a disability is a barrier.
From a low angle, her motorized wheelchair rolls over a black portable ramp on a wooden floor.
A descriptive transcript is generated automatically. Flashing content has a warning placed at the start. Language is properly tagged and marked throughout. You can even generate transcripts for audio files. The whole video is readable, compliant, and inclusive, with every single WCAG 2.2 checkpoint verified in the final export. And the best part, you didn't need 7 different tools scattered across your workflow, or a compliance consultant charging you by the hour, or to second guess every video wondering if your team actually got it right. With Subly, it's all there. Simple, accurate, proven. Everything you need in one place. Here's how. When you upload your video or audio, Subly runs an automated AI-powered scan against WCAG 2.2 criteria. It analyzes the content frame by frame, checking everything from caption readability to color contrast to flashing frequency, if descriptive transcripts or audio descriptions are required, and more. You get a detailed accessibility report in seconds, showing what passed, what failed, and what exactly needs fixing, down to the timestamp. Think of it like spell check, but for compliance. From there, you go into the accessibility editor, and this is where the magic happens. You can fix everything directly inside Subly. Edit captions, both what they say and how they appear. Generate audio descriptions for scenes with visual meaning. Create descriptive transcripts, set language tags and translations, adjust text contrast, size, layout, and timing, and flashing warnings or motion disclaimers. It even allows you to apply industry best practices like characters per line and characters per second to ensure captions read naturally, not just legally, but for improved readability. And if you want to include your logo or export versions with disclaimers, translations, transcripts, or different languages, Subly makes that simple too. Every file's ready to download in the formats your team already uses. And yes, it works at scale. Whether you're fixing one video or a library of 10,000, Subly scans, checks, reports, and supports your whole team, including agencies, editors, content managers, and external partners, all inside one shared platform. No more PDFs, no more fragmented feedback, no more manual guesswork, just a clean, clear, collaborative workflow that makes accessibility, well, doable. Because here's the thing, this isn't about ticking boxes anymore, it's about building trust, being legally sound, but also ethically right, and also making sure your content doesn't just look good, but works for everyone, everywhere. Subly helps you do just that, compliantly, confidently, and at scale. So if you're still thinking, well, we add subtitles, isn't that enough? This is the shift your team's been waiting for, because the standard has changed, and your content has to change with it. The good news, you don't need a new team, you don't need a new process, you just need a new way to work. Subly gives you that. So the next time you think, captions, sorted, remember this moment. Because now you know what true accessibility really takes. And with Subly, it's finally doable. Start now and make every video not just accessible, but right.